guys. There's a lot of fun things and ways to get simple kills and dominate by yourself. Not even with teams. And we're going to see Mishu here maybe taking advantage of that spawn. Yep,
Maybe
this
the
is
coolest
exactly
guy on the
it.
server.
And he could even walk and just listen. He gets that early footies. He knows they're Brown Hall. And definitely a risky spot to play. The Glock can fly down and kill you, but he's going to be on that quick flank probably.
Well, with the CZ75 will be helpful, but all these people and no Kevlar, you see the chunks being taken already, can make a difference. Has a HE grenade as well, but the push is delayed from Envy, and now there's a two-man flank coming in, so they don't want to be too slow. Charlie positioning to avoid getting shot while he's white, but he's waiting for the push now. There's one on the sidewalk, he's gone. And Envy are absolutely surrounded like a 90s action movie. The helicopter's out, the torches are on. But somehow, Kishima now in a 1 versus... Oh, okay! Nice. Kiyoshima!
Let's quote his interview, Dan. We do not have the teamwork right now, but we have the aim. And right there, relying on that. Not enough to win him a lot of matches, but in this case, enough to win him that round.
I was always really surprised that we didn't see more of Kiyoshima because I always thought he was really good. One thing that stood out to me with him is his clutches. He just knows. He knows what to do. There's never hesitation. He knows which gambles to take, and he just commits to it. And he's very often right. He's very intelligent. Got a good game sense on him. And ENVYUS, I mean, yesterday they played pretty damn well, honestly. Like they had some great games. So if they're able to show that ENVYUS of yesterday to VP right here, I don't think VP will have a chance actually. And this is a great map for ENVYUS, and they're getting off to a good start. Some good damage from Beyond. My goodness, the meat shots, all the meat. Cans of spam.
Mechanically separated chicken. Snacks, very slow flank from him, going past the showers.
What does that mean, Chase? Does it mean like there's machines pulling chicken limbs?
I don't know what it means,
or?
but the phrase horrifies me. So basically, there are these you know, Slim Jims. I think it's Slim Jims, which are like
jerky.
Really, yeah, but bad.
Pepperami.
And if you look at the ingredients, one of the ingredients is mechanically separated chicken. Which is just, I read that and I just like, I can't put this in my mouth.
Isn't it supposed to be beef?
It just sounds weird.
Is it
in the
maybe
first
like
place.
The chicken breast itself with the bone in, and they just like crush it with a claw or something?
The claw.
I don't want to know what that is. It's too processed for my liking. I had my share of
Slim Jims when I was younger. It's pretty bad.
Made me the man I am today. 20 years, man and boy. 2 HE grenades here for Virtus Pro.
They're still doing this, huh? The old happy by here, everyone else there.
Go, 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 go. Nice. Empty bomb sites. That's what you like to see. A Molotov. That cannot be crossed. And the round's 1. Oh. Never mind. Oh. It's great, you got absolutely bodied there. Got to be careful here with all these players left alive. EK is doing some decent damage, but they are a man down. To prevent those guns going in the way of the CTs, and then they'll be okay with this, I would suppose. Haji was awesome yesterday. He's really good on Inferno, especially. I like watching Haji.
Is he from France as well?
Yeah, I believe he is indeed French. And he's absolutely. I would imagine if this ENVYUS team is to split up, that Haji will find a pretty good home, because I think he's, you know, obviously the team has been struggling, but he's come in fairly late, and he's been really good. And I don't think anyone would have heard of him before, like, you know, on the top flight CS. So he's definitely going to be getting some phone calls if that is to happen.
By time, no snipers just yet. Grenades politely deployed towards the main area. Smokes are out for the T side, but will they commit behind them? There's only 1 smoke in the hole, sorry, 2 otherwise. So again, Happy goes in on his own. How do you feel about that, Jordan?
I mean, you know, when you're going to explode at another site, that's a play we used to do with, like, Stu, for instance. We'd throw similar smokes. You know, you can't be aware of everything. The guy killed him from top train. Not a bad idea, I guess. I don't really know the thinking for the Happy there. Maybe they're gonna throw those smokes off this game, and if he could lurk out and get one kill, it's kind of like a PTSD effect the rest of the half, where they're gonna be very like overly fixated on the smokes when they come out team mid, and maybe that'll allow them to stall the players later in the half when they do throw those smokes. So I'm not really sure. I don't want to criticize too much. Obviously, it looks silly when you just walk out and die by yourself. So.
Yeah, so it might be creating evidence in the short term for the long term plays. To play against said evidence. That's how I like to put it.
Haji here just kind of knows that if he goes straight for the plant, there's a chance they're already close. In this case, he would have been okay planning because his CT teammate is going to wait for the flank. He does not know that. But this actually could play to his advantage if he waits long enough, which he's not going to, and the timing is probably going to work against him at this point. As Michu shoots him inside the head. That's weird how he kind of made both decisions, and it did end up biting him.
Yeah. Guess the time pressure was too great for Haji. But the idea was interesting.
Had you waited longer.
Oh boy, there it is.
Oh,
got
wow.
the TV kill.
Dropping absolute bombs.
We didn't even come up with that one yet, James.
James had it waiting. I just
Impressive.
ruined it.
He's no.
Impressive.
Jordan is he's on a parallel journey on a different road, so it's all good. Together we can have a wondrous time.
Together we can be cringe lords.
Yeah. No one can stop us. We're in charge.
It's right there. Scream didn't pick up a smoke on the ground, which he could have easily grabbed. That tilts me. Yeah,
Triggered.
no, it's just sitting right there on the right side of Ivy. He knew the guy was jiggle peeked and fell back.
Tunnel vision. Envy having more success. RPK as per usual, doing the heavy damage. There is the eventual trade from Scream.
We're out here talking about smoke grenades. Envy's out here talking about trading kills, coming out team mid, and resetting Virtus Pro here for the 4-1. That's gonna hurt. This is looking like a 10-5 half right here for Envious. That reset right here is gonna suck. Maybe even 11-4. If VP doesn't win a round that they shouldn't per se, like if they win like a round like this, maybe I'll change my mind. Or if in a couple rounds they have like a FAMAS buy and they win it, maybe it'll be 9-6 or something. But at the moment, I'm thinking 10-5, 11-4 with that reset.
Max is looking for an electrifying start to this round. Over by the pop dog. Over by the dog. The dog of pop. Valve should really make that a thing. IRL. He saw a knee.
What, breed a dog?
A pop dog. It's a brand of...
Oh. You know what's really neat is from the E-box, it's actually really easy to throw a Molotov, nade, or flash that bleeds right above those people's heads right here looking down. I found a way to just super simple. And so what I did the other day to Zeus somebody is I threw one flash off that over through the window, and then I ran up in the ladder through another flash, and I knew he was going to turn into it, and I just fly up and kill the opper. To the left, holding round off. It's a fun time. I don't know if you remember back in 2015 on C9, I had a handful of Zeus kills when it was $100, because
Nice.
no one was premeditating. I was waiting for the day.
I killed Kenny S with a Zeus. That was fun.
Get that on your refrigerator.
Not the best of starts here for Virtus Pro. Just been reset.
And then it's going to be so easy now for this next gun round for ENVYUS to kind of just not do anything special. And unless VP does something unique next round, like take Ivy early or take team mid, next gun round rather, ENVYUS knows they're not going to have the greatest buys based on them. And the utility usage is going to have to use sparingly. Obviously not this round. But that reset does, of course, cause a double buy. For those of you who are wondering why I might have been alluding to such a high score so early. And then you kind of are playing catch-up the whole half.
That's real bad.
It sounded cryptic.
Yeah. It's not a good place to be. And I fear for VP. I fear for them. I feel like ENVYUS will run away with this, indeed. I'm with you on that. Scream starts things off nicely. Taking down here.
Yeah, VP trying to avoid relegation. This is not the start they wanted to get off to. I don't know. You got to wonder how much pressure they're applying on themselves here in this game.
Yeah. The relegation matches, as James alluded to, with the best of fives, I think has often kind of favored them so heavily because it's the best of five final, and
but they've done it twice. Is the third time a charm for Space Soldiers or whoever.
Yeah.
I think you have to explain that better, Dan.
Yes, you
said best of five suits them because it's best of five.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's just the fact that they have a deeper map pool because they've been together for so long, and they know how to play every map very well.
I guess versus the up-and-coming teams, although it's interesting because like North are one of the teams who failed to qualify last season. So they are a team whom they might be playing to qualify next season, for example. So
yeah,
I mean, because
you think
preparing.
Because you think
time.
you think that they're up against all these up-and-coming teams such as Space Soldiers, but it's not always the case. The struggle bus is pretty packed at the moment. Back on the bye, two AWPs for Virtus.pro, so change in approach. ENVY still with most of their utility. Can they identify this? Just Barley with the off angle towards B. Pasha close to connector. Oh, he takes the duel though. That's going to cause a two-man rotation, it looks like.
Gosh. Alright, well, Patch is in position. This is nice. Already in the yard. Can he find any kills though? Want to stop the T's from pushing the connector position. Nice shot to start things off. Patch will send RPK's head rolling. And his teammates are able to get into the yard now and start pushing forwards. So Happy has a lot of work to do. He's got no health, taken down through the smoke, and the late lurk from Scream might do the damage. He'll take down one. Let's get traded out here. But how much time has been wasted to the 2v2 now? Nice shot by Kyo. His Snacks is in for the clutch in the 1v1. There is not much time here. Kiyoshima can just try to play that time. He's going to hear Snacks running from a mile away. Snacks tries to... Oh, wow. That was really nice. Won't be good enough to actually defuse the bomb eventually, but nice little movement there. Kyo thought he's running up on one side. Snacks has a cheeky jump in the middle of the train.
That's
unlucky
a
for
confident
Snacks.
push. I'm surprised he even went for that kill like that.
Yeah.
It's unlucky for Snacks because I think he was looking for a defuse kit in the connector. There was one next to the bomb, and he didn't find one in connector, so had he not done that, who knows, maybe there would have been slightly more time. We will never know. 1-7, just the AWP remains. As Virtus.pro get reset once again. That grey button on the Super Nintendo getting smashed. Right then. This is another rough start for VP. Today might not be their day, it seems. Again, they can still get somewhere with one win. They have 2 matches remaining, including this one.
And Hadji's been able to get the entry frag on 2 HP this season did not prevail for once. And definitely an uphill battle now for Virtus.pro as ENVYUS is kind of able to get into their stride and haven't really had to do anything special to win these rounds. A couple efforts to simply explode and trade, and then the one round they lose, they're able to reset them after that, and going to 8-1 now for Virtus.pro, and they got to shake it off and just try to mix things up a bit. If you notice, ENVYUS is throwing those 2 smokes that a lot of teams throw in the beginning. Viewers, the ones I was referring to are the Speedway and E-Box smokes outside, and then working off them. Still a lot of possibilities around them. By MVP, I'm noticing that they're not really coming out with those smokes, so don't waste nades. Even Molly teammate, but they keep wasting their smoke back 6. That might cause them to play 4 outside late, and ENVYUS can abuse that. So I think they should just stand strong, use their mollies, save their smokes. ENVYUS isn't abusing anything early, and this might be the round they do. To keep them guessing after having such a string of rounds. It doesn't hurt to do something fast this round if you're ENVYUS. So we shall see. And that's what they're going to do.
Yes. Oh, nice. Actually tagged RPK behind Hadji. Oh, very, very good damage here. Fast push not working out for ENVYUS VP are going to win a very, very quick round. What was that, 20 seconds?
Now, I don't know if that was exactly what, you never know when we're watching here what they would have called or what strat, but like I said, that's why I said it doesn't matter to lose a fast round right there. That's one of those rounds where if it goes a little bit more in the favor of Envy, even if they lose it but take VP down to 2 guys, this is now another reset round. Didn't get as many kills as they wanted, but now you're forcing VP to now keep their nade usage the same outside, and now they go back into default. 2-1-2, put pressure Ivy, try to get a kill. I'm actually surprised they didn't throw mid-control smokes to bait some nades first.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But VP are throwing quite a bit of utility, so...
Still, yeah. Kind of still have the effect they wanted. 4 smokes still on VP, and they're able to take this team mid-control, which is what they kind of needed all along. He'll go pretty ready.
Ooh.
Still going to go down.
Yeah, he had that. I guess he did not. Mihu didn't take too much damage from that fight as well. He's down to half, so that's okay. ENVYUS now starting to work more pressure on Ali, leaving one guy there. Scream. Yeah, with a resmoke there for Pop Dog. A minute left though. VP are almost out of grenades. The last smoke was just deployed. As you'll bring the bomb back. They're gonna go inner perhaps. RPK. Maybe looking to go for the walkout, but the walkout against, if there's 2 AWPs on the map, this walkout can go very wrong. If he walks out upper.
Nice off angle from Bali though. It's going to be hard to win that duel when you're exposed to so many places. And more common angles. Right then, 20 seconds left, the push starts to come in. Pasha, smoke top, jumping up, punished for it. Bali will get the kill, but now he's on his own. Teammates rotating around the smoke. Angles towards sidewalk. Another kill, and they're not even on the site yet. 10-second mark. How do they get the bomb down? Actually going for damage, but there's only 1 kill for Envy.
And that was actually a great example of why smokes can kind of control the flow of the game the whole time. You saw there how VP was able to save their smokes early round, re-smoke Pop Dog late, and then that allows Pasha to feel comfortable about moving to inner. Because the outside players are now able to play off the smokes, and that kind of times it. So we'll see probably them go, back into these mid-control smokes and hopefully bait some nade usage early on team mid and make the late round a little bit easier for ENVYUS here. Molly going to take Pasha out for a second, but like we see a lot of people do now, they're okay taking that damage because if the T's get a little bit too hasty, they go down right there, and half health is better than no health in that situation.
I like the Astralis have a cool setup where device. Well, we'll go back to that. We do have the push coming in. They're just going to run out. This could be what the doctor ordered for ENVYUS. If they're going to take down Bialy, yes they will. Still a quick contact play, catching VP off guard as the bomb can be planted, but a quick nade will slow that down.
Bomb finally going down. 2 AWPs remain. There are flashes for Envy. Got 1 player on the high ground, Happy, who has a Molotov as well. There are smokes though for the CT side, but do they want to go for this? Seems unsure. They have kits, but they're slowly walking away, trying to hold on to what they have. They can buy around these for the most part. Round number 9 for Envy. Or starting to wonder if the gas tank had run empty for the French side. They're on the cusp of double figures now.
Sorry.
No, I'm just talking.
Yeah, that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there, and if you notice that round is about 111, 112 when Envy hit inner, and they had 3 smokes only left on CT, whereas the prior round is about, what, 45 seconds, and they still had 4 smokes, or 1 minute and they still had 4 smokes. So just the change of utility usage by Envy and the pacing they chose was a little bit more optimal for the way this match has worked, and causing ENVYUS to lose, or VP to lose utility. Now in Snacks, I love this play. Can be easily punished by someone holding T spawn, but depending on how much the T's have utilized Ivy, that is very dangerous.
Fast charge into the A site. 1-1 at the moment. Mihu taken down. Pasha can't quite hit the mark there. It's still retrievable though for Virtus Pro, and Snacks will even the numbers. 2-on-2. Going towards the old bomb train. Smoked off towards Ivy. So maybe there is a plant to be had here for Envy.
Yeah, they know the positioning of the last two players as well, more or less. So they definitely know where Snacks is. Oh, the run out there. Happy with a very, very good position. I think he heard the running, and that allowed him to save his teammate. Nice trade back, though, from Snacks as he takes Happy from that high position. Out comes the P250. Somewhat scary here for Kiyoshima, and he's going to peek into it. And he'll take the frag. 10-3, and ENVYUS are in a very, very good spot now. As you can see, as Jordan mentioned, the economy's been reset again for VP. So not a good look.
Now they're hoping for the 11-4. That's what. It's just such a bummer. This happens on certain maps. On this one, it's normally not impossible. You have places like Pop Dog and Team 8 where you can get aggressive still with low economy and still find wins. But when this starts happening on some maps like Cash and Cobble, it's even more like depressing to watch because there's no plays. But like right here, Pasha with the right trade right there, or the right timing, they could have maybe got that kill. Nice attempt to try to get aggressive early. If you sit back on train, most of the time they're going to be able to flush you out regardless with Team 8 and ladder. So attempt to get a couple frags early, gonna fall flat, but chance to get a 4th round here, so that pistol round conversion on T side could still mean something in killing.
But one thing I wanted to say earlier was that when we were talking about Orpus running into the Molotov to take the pick on Inner, Astralis had a setup where Device was waiting with the smoke, he throws it into the corner so that when it blooms, he has a gap to peek with, but then at the same timing, a teammate throws a flash over the top, so they're all blind as well, just to like, really make it safe, and it's pretty damn strong.
That's a sweet variation right there.
It was super strong.
Not starting well in this last round of the first half for versus Pro. Again, Envy really need these 2 victories, so hopefully they are motivated to salvage something. Being relegated from the Germans League. Don't want to be facing relegation here as well.
Happy utilizing that 12 HP well by just holding an angle and not being at somewhere here you expect to peek. And RPK trying to even things up a little bit here. Knows someone could be at least Z and the other guy was in the site somewhere. Good awareness for him to check that angle, but Bialy's still going to take him down, and the health advantage still in VP's hands. That's Keo. He's going to come try to take it away from Neo, but Neo's awareness isn't going to be CSGO.
Yeah. Timing. Timing. That's, Molotov will set Bialy back a bit as Pasha comes in from a good timing. Is anyone going to be looking? Yes. Happy's covering from team main, and Bialy will reposition around the back lines. And there's not too much I don't think that he's able to do here. His health is not perfect, and he's now been spotted as well. Now it gets really hard. Of course, they don't have to peek him at all. They can just wait till he goes onto the bomb, and he'll never have enough time. Has to ace it. Now Bialy, as he moves through the flames and dies. So there it is, 12-3, first half. There it is. ENVYUS looking very good here on train. Somewhat as expected, due to their recent form, and also because it's a great map for them.
Yeah, great play by Happy there last round. Gets a lurk kill in teammate, and then doesn't need to progress a lot. A lot of times you feel the urge to go somewhere extra. Stays teammate, picks up 2 kills with 12 HP, and gets that ladder flank guy. Great utility uses at the end with the molly. Getting kills even after death.
Was it 12-3 the first half of the previous map as well? I think it was.
Yep.
Well, it's not fun, is it?
No. Off to poor starts here for VP.
Maybe they can have a better time of things here on the T side. Snacks and Neo with the grenades. Oh, there's a triple peak. Snacks has been picked off elsewhere around main, but the triple peak waiting for RPK to get hungry for info. And there it is. That's all the information though for the CT side.
There's other rotating Scream, trying to get long-range picks. Not going to work out for anyone. Except VP, that is. And ENVYUS look like they are going to concede this pistol round. Hatchet trying to make some money, but he'll also be denied. So that actually looked really good for ENVYUS, honestly. Right before VP started to push P, looks really good for them. They knew what was coming. They already had the first pick, but then no one got a frag after that, which is just how pistol rounds can go.
I wonder if VP had an idea for that bait setup, because they let Neo jump across lower, and then they were literally still holding for the upper peak. So good awareness by them. Maybe did a little bit of homework there, and maybe we'll see something exciting on their T side here is they choose the fast out mid, which is a pretty common one. You take it with speed, you have distance with the gun. Snacks using that MAC-10 to get close to him. He's not going to see anybody though. Now he's kind of confused probably. Are they all hiding bomb train? Are they all hiding Ivy? He hears footsteps and Scream. Probably just screamed in his house as he got shot in the side of the head without awareness.
Oh, that's awkward. Something salvaged by NV. Werewolf versus Pro choose to go. Ready to split the A site. There is a scout on the prowl, however, but they don't have position towards B. Mihu looking in that direction for the time being. Sees no flank and the push continues in A.
Oh, that is stunning. Kishima starts things off well with the scout. He'll get dispatched up, but maybe his teammates can make up for it. As Haji gets close, drops the bomber. MAC-10 working out well. CZ from up high will be dropped down low now as Haji works that train again, just peeking every angle, having to worry about everything. Now starting to run low on bullets. 5 left in the chamber. Bialy will eventually, with help of Mihu, take down the final players, and ENVYUS will concede the round. Another one for VP, but it was costly.
Yep, and Envy's pretty happy with that kill. The scout shot right there. And VP, you know, you're coming out ladder.
Nice.
I don't know if they, I guess they didn't think anyone had the scout, so I can't be too harsh on them. But, you know, if you're coming out ladder and sneak around, you know your teammate just died from bomb train. Your guy teammate could throw a flash for you. Like, hey, anyone have a flash for bomb train? It's a simple request. You're coming out pop dog. You want that flash to help you scale, even if they don't have a scout. So I'd like to see VP using a little bit more utility for each other. And just remember the basics here, because these guys have so much experience, they have so much knowledge, they just need to put it all to work. And I just love watching some good CS.
Yeah. Putting in that work.
This should be a formality for the Ts. Perhaps the SMG can be collected by NV to get some bonus money, some much-needed grenades in the buy rounds. Oh, they're not going for it just yet. Maybe expectant of versus Pro trying to stop them from picking it up. They will huddle in this position. At the same time, they might not want to give bonus money to versus Pro if there are any more SMGs on the prowl, and there are. Pasha keeping an eye on things. Happy to contain. Doesn't want more awkward engage. Ooh, Pasha. What are you up to, sir? Is he going to go for it? Spray, at least. Oh, the beats! Foot fetish. There are websites for that.
Yeah, it's called My Stream. Somehow every time people come to my stream every day, hey Jordan, do you think you could step back for a second? Wait, what's going on? There's something down there on your shirt. Haha, I just wanted to see your feet. Like, what?
Whoa,
like,
that's... Aha, I got you.
Yeah, I'm like,
You showed me your
just
feet.
ask. $10 donation. I got
Print
you
screen,
all day.
print screen.
I'll keep my feet on the desk. Just keep the donations coming.
Oh, what a weird world. Each to their own.
Definitely. Maybe a little outside explode here as Pasha has a pop flash ready, but maybe that's just for Snacks' cause, as Snacks is holding teammate close. I'm surprised that that other person is holding so far back, because that's to defend him with the Ivy push. They have a lot of confidence in Yanis here, as he's holding teammate himself. And that flash is more, if he hears them pushing, Pasha will flash over so Snacks could kind of swing off it, but he did back off, as I was bragging about his individual ability.
Just waiting patiently, quietly.
And this is that kind of setup where if they use one more smoke outside, Haji's got the only smoke left, they're kind of forced to play 4 outside.
So with the push towards inner, slowly but surely for VP, and ENVYUS, they're working it out. I think. I mean, they've gathered so much forward information. They can start to rotate. Have they worked it out? Yes, they have. 2 players on the way to the B bomb sites. That is pretty awesome, and also a position for Scream to actually push the flank as well. So ENVYUS in good position to defend.
Can they protect the sidewalk though? Flashes on both sides. It will contain the T's for a while, but the MAC-10 will get things off to a good start, and Barley will trade. So the rotation hasn't quite worked out as Envy might have expected. With the smoke down, the side plant will be there, which means that versus Pro can use that deep position to defend the bomb from both sides. Happy now identifies where the bomb is, but oh, he was so close. That would have been a very important frag. Now versus Pro have the man advantage. 2 players on the high ground. Snacks with the Molotov, but does he know where the bomb is planted? Barley finally taken down in that lurk position. No smokes and no kit for Envy, but it's a 2 versus 1. Getting stacked with the molly, but he can't get an angle on the bomb. It's not a normal plant spot, but he will see Scream's head, and that will be enough. 12-7. Virtus Pro catching up.
Well, ENVYUS looked like they were a little bit ahead of VP there on that round. Unfortunate that I don't know if it was RPK or Haji, shot the other person back pop and kind of gave away his position. Might have been able to do a little bit more damage on the inside, maybe retake easier, but that's the way she goes. And VP now getting something going for them as they are going to try to take outside peak fast. Like I said, this is a pretty common play on T-side because of the distance you're able to maintain while taking the spike. It's very easy to smoke off the extremities, but smokes like that on bomb chain actually can pose an issue. You don't know where they're coming from. An RPK has really sick aim, man. He's like someone people sleep on the forums or something. I don't know how it's like maybe in the French scene, but I feel like no one talks about him a lot, but I always see him hitting pretty ridiculous shots.
He's a god. He is a god. I mean, it's the crazy thing with RPK is his consistency and ENVYUS just being a ridiculously good player. Just like seemingly unaffected by their their overall results and their struggles. He just does his thing. He just sits there and just bodies everyone.
I think in a way, at this point, it might be like comparable to when Lecro was on Godsent, where you would always see him do really crazy things, but it was always like saving a weapon because they were losing round. Especially on Train with the Deagle, for example, but now you get to see him do that on Fnatic. You were having much more success than that, the then roster of Godsent.
Yeah, I really like the new Godsent roster too.
Yeah.
So
Not
everything's
gonna lie,
worked
I don't
out.
even know if I know their five. What is it, Lecro? Is he still on the team?
No, he's on Fnatic.
He's on Fnatic now.
Hampus,
Wait, what I'm saying?
Twist,
Pronax?
Brolan.
No?
Twist
Look,
is off.
I've literally said two people.
Twist is playing with Makalele and Pitt, and 2 other people now. They just announced another team.
Oh.
So one more time, say this?
Brolan, Hampus, Twist, Disco Doplan, and who am I missing?
Who are you missing?
Another Swedish
I
guy.
said 2 names, I don't know. Twist is obviously sick.
Freddie B.
Oh yeah, Freddie B.
Freddie
yeah,
B.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been around for a while.
Freddie B.
Disco Dopplet. And
Freddie B.
they used to be, what was their LGB, right? I think I played them back then when it was like Olaf.
Dennis. Makalele.
White. How do you pronounce
Sky
it?
Kitten.
This guy, yeah. Skiten. You gotta be careful with that one, because it sounds like a real word if you mess it up in Swedish,
Oh, yeah.
which I probably did. But Scream wants to get some information for his team, and he will find information. It is all quiet on Team Main, or maybe it's not, because he's going to hear the running of Miku down the white halls. So good position for ENVYUS once again to get information of what's going on, and it's a very slow round from VP. Pash is looking for the angle. If Scream has a really good spot though, really good spot, but oh dear, that's heartbreaking. Can't get the frag. That should absolutely have been his.
Moving up IV now is Bialy. And position has been conceded by the CT's man down in the back of the bomb. There they go. Envy struggling on the CT side. 4 versus 2. Comeback continues. 4 versus Pro. Planting for IV. Now it's clear. Can Happy hold on to his weapon? What choices do they have? Really needs an early frag here if there's any chance for them to go for it. RPK just holding the back. Bialy walks into it. Gets the kill regardless. The trader's there, but 1 versus 3. I think that's a wrap for Happy. See, the money sucks for Envy.
Wonder what happens if Scream has an AK. Because he got the headshot. That's a rough one for ENVYUS. Oh, those trees are waving around.
Can I see
in the
the
wind.
scoreboard
Swaying?
for a
Swaying.
second?
Waving around.
I haven't noticed a T-spawn tree moving.
Yeah, I just noticed it sways.
I thought it was potato tree. I didn't even know there was a tree there.
Olive tree.
Is that new? Looks
I said that
alive.
very confidently. I have no idea what it is.
I doubt it's new. It's just we don't look there.
It looks like it's live. It's weird because the only other thing that actually is not sort of an inanimate object is the chickens, basically, and the players, and nothing
Train.
else. Everything else is sort of just
The the train on overpass.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. So it's weird to see other stuff like moving around.
Mirage, the palm trees, Bob above connector.
Ah, I never look at those.
It's because you don't know how to throw any smokes.
Own
Owned.
Owned.
Ended. Streamed. Flashed.
2 players up IV for Envy. Versus Pro with a slow start. They know.
Ooh, what? What, mate?
And he uses 800 by 600. I feel like that looked like a little piece of like lint on his monitor. All the way into spawn right there. Like what? I tried to play that on stream the other day. I couldn't even see people.
Yeah, I have that problem. It's so weird.
Is he stretched?
I have no idea.
Versus Pro getting stretched in this round. No kills for them whatsoever. There's the first one, but, well, at least the weapons haven't been connected. But look where the bomb is. Pasha, okay. Oh, they're letting up for him. Okay, Crisis may have been averted, but Scream with a deagle cannot finish off the job.
Wow.
There was a window there for Envy, but Pasha took things into his own hands.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice. How does he? I guess he's just pre-firing that spot basically.
Well, he jiggled the top. So yeah, what you just choose the top or bottom right. People always hold those two. But I still don't know how he actually placed the crosshair properly.
No,
like,
exactly.
On the little bit of the pixel.
Impressive. Impressive, as James would say.
Impressive. Well then, we've got a real game on our hands.
And they have one of those little manhole covers in the CT spawn. Reminds me of CPR Mill when you could go in the sewers, just run underneath the entire
So
map.
sick.
Yeah.
I used to love that by the box over there by sewer. You could, if you reversed up the ladder at a certain angle, or just right off the top, you could fly up on top of the box.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
So
mean like?
self double boost?
Yeah.
Basically.
You mean the one in the actual site?
No, it was by the sewer, the little
Oh.
ladder.
Oh.
If you went without going down it, you just use the top and rotate as you go off it, and it would throw you up there.
Nice. I miss some of the ladder tricks.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
I don't think Happy realizes that there was a closer player flashing, but he'll get all the kills anyway. That is not supposed to be the way it goes. Oh, the Molotov has failed as well. They can't even force him from his position, and now Happy becomes the bait as you see Kiyoshima holding an angle.
Max doesn't know he just grabbed another Molotov from the player who died.
But now he's lost position. And that is pretty much the round at this point. I think it's fair to say. The CTs, I don't believe they can see the bomb. But their job is done. They will vacate the IV position, and surely they don't want to challenge further on the T side. Neo eliminated, leaving Mihu alone with the bomb. 1 versus 5. And if Vertiv Pro were able to kill people in this round, at least they could say, okay, this is a good round for us to lose. We can reset them. We did some damage, but how much damage can we expect here from Mihu with 20 seconds on the clock? And no one has been touched at all on the CT side. Ishiba spotting the angle. Perfect round from Envy. Perfect round.
Are you a silenced M4 man, Jordan?
No, A4.
Would you like? What do you think about players who rock the silencer? Like Forrest does it sometimes. Chris J does it all the time.
I don't know, I've just started messing with like USPS on my stream because I was even using P2K. And I like...
Oh yeah, we had that conversation before. Ant-Man! He's rich!
2000. It's a good one.
Boom.
Ant-Man, is he an ant-sized man
Stop.
or a man-sized ant?
Reasonable question. If he was a man-sized ant, we would all be screwed and very dead.
Yeah.
Body pops all over the place. Opening kill from Vertus Pro. Pop Dog still a question mark.
People dog. See if they can actually make this work. Trying to bait out info there on PopDog, see if there's someone trying to toy with them. Stream's playing pretty passively there though. Happy. Nice shots there. And then RPK peeks after the distraction, but does get traded down straight away. Happy's in a little bit of trouble. Gonna try to take a really safe position right at the back. But it is a 3 versus 4 for ENVYUS, so they are not happy at the moment. Scream has to go pretty huge around the PopDog area, although maybe they will actually not challenge that after all. Virtus Pro still looking to take the bomb B, in fact.
And look at the time on the clock here. That's what Envy have to their advantage. And with the split here from Virtus Pro, this is going to be very interesting indeed. Although Envy is starting to wonder, Happy now in CT spawn, just having a look if anyone's towards Ivy. And indeed, they're looking to split A. I did think this might be the case, but what if somebody's here? What if somebody's standing? This Scream is... Oh, the 180 is not fast enough. That is a saving grace for Virtus Pro. The guts to do that.
Little subtlety I like there is smoking out the bomb train. Late round, a lot of times I see people smoke off Z or back 6, and a lot of times it's doing nothing to you. Unless you're in like a 4 vs 2 where everyone can hold each extremity. Anytime you're in like an even number situation, there's no point to smoke off anything. They're just gonna run through it. You can't watch everything anyways, so you might as well smoke off the planner and then just hold the spots you can. Good round there by VP. Could have been risky, but Snack's super aware of that ladder position and able to come in and get that frag. MV now finally on another force. Or, yeah, half buy.
At least they got loads of bonus money by having nobody die in that round prior, so they'll be quickly back on the buy. Oh my... The CZ. Holy CZ! Oh!
Okay, this is a problem.
Just makes me sad.
This happens, man.
Did you happen to see... Let's see first if Pasha wins this.
I got
Did
CZ
you
too.
happen to see Tarek's clip on Reddit? I just saw, like, I was browsing through yesterday, and he's just like running out Z in a scrimmage, and he's like D-hopping towards ladder. And someone like peeks T mid as he's like, the flash is coming over, so he just flick one shots and turns, and he just like one sees the guy, and it's just like mid-range, one tap.
I
Running.
hate this gun.
You love it, James.
I hate it.
You love it.
As a connoisseur of fine things, James, it pisses you off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just crap, isn't it? Look what it's done to the game. Look what it's done to this round. It's made everything crap.
And
Look
that
what
is
it's
the
done to these
bummer.
people, James. There's humans there.
It's a massive round for Virtus Pro too on the facing potential relegation match, and trying to avoid that, they need this win.
Oh,
Automatic
God.
pistols just ripped it straight out from under them potentially.
It just sucks, man. How am I supposed to be excited for that? I mean, I'm happy for Envy, sure, but it's just not enjoyable to watch. CZ madness like that. It's not what I want for my kids.
Why don't you make your own game, James? Bardolph game.
I haven't got time to make a game.
Bardolph game, global
Battlegrounds.
offensive. Bardolph offensive.
I have a different purpose in life.
Bardolph Battle World, BBW.
Nice. I like
I'd make a Toe Jam and Earl remake.
Bardolph game. That would have to be the name, I think. Okay, well, we've got VP looking to go for that B push. They got the lurk in Snacks on Ali. Now, will this be successful? Bet CT all?
Something is reversing.
Yeah.
Might be Virtus Pro out of this game. Unless this push is successful. So far, so good from Boyali. Scream trying to stop the push. Takes down a sidewalk position. Look at the flank, though. CZ, of course. Can he find two, Snacks? Can he find two? There's one. Oh, too many times. That.
Okay, well, I have no idea what's going on right now, but it is a 2v3. So still doable for ENVYUS, but they're going to have to be pretty snappy here. And they are going to decide to fall back after all. Hello.
The fact that he was pretty confident to not even shoot the close guy right after the first shows how confident he is that he would be able to turn on that guy. Because he knows that guys are in front. Unless he seriously didn't see him, that seems like a pretty conscious choice. Yeah, choice to go for the far left guy after the first kill and then still snap back and hold down the trigger finger right here. So he sees that guy, obviously, and goes for the second. Wow.
The last bullet and everything.
Tried to grab a little dink on that far guy before snapping. That's impressive.
Man. I mean, that stuff should only be possible with the Deagle CZs. Like, I feel like this, I mean, the CZs are very clearly way too cheap. Way too cheap. I think you could probably quite easily work it out just from the cost efficiency.
You think just changing the money would make you happy?
I still like the idea of having it in the loadout slot between the Deagle, but I think that will never happen because I guess, you know, the Deagle's so popular. I don't think Valve will want to make people choose between that and something else. So, and also the CZ's pretty popular too. So, and there's loads of skins for both guns. But then at least you would have a it would be like a limitation of how many you'd see. Okay, Pasha. Able to defend. He's been doing a very good job defending with the AWP in that position. He's actually not got a huge amount of frags, but a lot of them have been really impactful. RPK on the AWP now. The tank. The bunny hopping battle between the tank and between the biceps. This time the tank will crush the biceps. Got a game. We got a game.
Yeah, it seems these teams are winning the difficult rounds. And it stays close here on Train. Envy buying once again. There will be one more map between these two teams afterwards. It will be Inferno. But first, let's see who will be in a strong position on Train. Snacks charging out. He will be the happy of this round. On the T side, making a play on his own. Do Envy realize that somebody may have breached the defenses? Do they have the exclamation mark above their heads?
Ding.
I love that sound. That sounds so awesome. It's so iconic. Oh man, the Metal Gear Solid. Never even really played the game, but
what a waste, man.
Yeah, it wasn't a console.
It's on PC.
Was it Solid Snake or?
There's a bunch of them on PC.
Yeah, Solid Snake.
That was so fun. The first one on PlayStation 1, I loved that game. I haven't played them since. So fun though.
Ooh, the walkout there from Snacks will be detected by Scream. Haji playing Pop Dog now instead of Scream. Scream over towards Ali. Hello! Catches Piali with a name in his hand. You don't like to see that, but it's a 3v3 in the end, as now Virtus Pro can move to the outside areas thanks to clearing out Pop Dog. And the rotations, but for ENVYUS, it did seem like they suspected B for a moment. Happy though at the backlines with the AWP will be successful. And now VP are forced to go B.
2 on 3. This is achievable, but the bomb must go down quickly. A smoke, no molly, or anything else for Envy, apart from the odd flashbang. Now, will Virtus Pro over-rely on this Molotov that Miku has? He will use it for positional advantage. And push forwards, he will press on. 2 super fast frags from Virtus Pro. Envy are in a lot of trouble. Do they know where RPK is? Do they hear his rotation? He spots Miku, but didn't want to take an engagement unless he knew it would be fatal. Touches the bomb. He used crouch peek will be enough to tie the score and leave Envy in tatters.
I'm happy to see this after they got so hurt by money first half and for them to lose that CZ round. It's good to see him bring it back like this and show some resilience.
ENVYUS in a really awful spot. Snacks with the Mac 10, he'll be able to clear out forward positions, get information, and create space for his teammates to follow up behind him. Clears the path down towards hell. Oh, nade comes out. Might be a fatal mistake. Down to 15. Able to barely get the frag onto Kiyoshima. Now comes the smoke. Bialy holding as though he was the CT. The CT's dropping as though they were Ts.
Role reversal, leaving Scream back train. And it's Virtus Pro to be first to make it to match point. Envy did eco for this round, otherwise their buy would have sucked. So let's see if they can take it to overtime.
Yeah, they got some orbs and AKs there to just open up the beginning of the rounds, then switch out to the 4th AK. See if they can get a pick. Happy AWPing for ENVYUS. Oh, very fast pick there from Pasha. Exactly what they wanted. Will they go back for the AK now, I wonder, or will they just settle with 2 AWPs?
It's a really strong, fast pick. Stops the CTs getting to Pop Dog, but VP with no one in position to well, they had no one towards B at all, so they don't know if there's been a push of any kind. Happy is holding an angle above B. And Mihu's leading the charge with the bomb. That may prove to be a mistake. Now the bomb has been lost, as have 2 players, and Neo has to gamble.
So close. Happy in so much trouble, gets burned alive. 3v3 now. After that frag, Happy did a great job to stop things and really waste a lot of time. As Jay said, the bomb going down in that position was not ideal. However, with the additional time sort of spent walking around, ENVYUS don't know what's going on anymore. They could be receiving an attack on A or B. VP will quickly check Pop Dog, which is important because there could be a CT there for fast rotations and information. But now they've worked out that there is not. No, go for the B hits.
The time on the clock. They're really playing a slow game here. They're out, but RPK can't see them. His vision is blocked. He sees one. He spots the info. Gets the kill. That's the bomb on the floor. And look at the time there is to plant this bomb. He's pushing forward. Oh! Is there time? There might be. Just about. Now it's down to Haji. As close as a whisker on a cat's face. That bomb plant. They don't have the personnel really to cover all these angles. Surely they don't look at Haji's position. Does he engage the first player? Oh, he's gone up the ramp. There's one. No kit on Haji. How on earth does he win this round? The footsteps from Snacks. Surely he hears him. Snacks need not engage. That's it. They've won. Doesn't matter at this point. 16-14, a long, laborious game of Train will be won by Virtus Pro. That leaves Envy permanently in relegation.